Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Round Table Talk, and we are back here at Snyder Park, and we are at part two, Hotspots in South Florida, Snyder Park. We ended here at the map. We're trying, and the first video we did a little walk through the park to show you some of the stuff that is here, and we have yet to find the butterfly garden and the food forest, but I think I have an understanding of where the butterfly garden is at. So we're going to take a little walk there for. We're gonna have to take a walk there first, and then we're going to go to the. Yeah, this is the butterfly garden. So I'm guessing this is where the butterflies are at and things like that. So we're gonna go and take a look. So it's at butterfly garden this way. It's pointing in this direction, but in reality they should have been like straight ahead to the butterfly garden. The food forest I think is back that way. So we're gonna come here, and it does say no dogs allowed in the butterfly garden. Circle of Life, Snyder Park. This is the butterfly garden, so I'm guessing this is where all the butterflies. I guess this is where they come. Because a lot of these plants, I see them. I see a couple of butterflies. This is something similar to Butterfly World. Is that a butterfly? No. They have numbers. Says, some of the plants have destroyed. But not too many butterflies. I'm guessing because they don't. Probably because the upkeep of this, they don't do a lot of upkeep as a butterfly. But okay, butterfly garden. Okay. And you get to sit down. They have 2 benches here. That's it, 2, 4. You could sit up to 8 people. Okay, butterfly garden. I give you that. I give you the butterfly garden. I give you that. Now we got to find. Come on. Go ahead. We got to find the food forest, which is another location that we have yet to find. So this is nice. This is actually nice. I'm waiting for her to go by. Okay, let's go and let's find the food forest. I actually want to know what is a food forest, because I've never heard of a food forest. I know it's probably one of those places like where they be going apple picking in the gardens and stuff like that, or apple picking and these areas and stuff like that, berry picking and all that. I'm actually thinking that's what it is, but I mean, we're going to actually go and find out and see, because I've never actually been to anything like that. So let's go back to, we are now at where the restroom's at. That's right there. So we have to go up a little bit and go off on a side trail, and we'll end up at the food forest. Okay. I'm guessing this is the street that you go off on to get to the food forest, or you take this trail, one or the other. But I'm not going to take the trail. The trails I'll probably do after I finish the episodes. I'll probably walk through one of the trails and see where it leads to. But I actually want to check out the food forest is this way. Them the 2 things I wanted to check out: the butterfly garden and the food forest. Eagle Project, Charles Dressel, Troop 707, Davie, Florida, 1998. So you can tell that this park is been around forever. Well, you could tell the park has been around forever because of the trees and the wildlife here. So this park's been around probably since the 50s, 60s, maybe longer than that. So this is a place where, it's been around for a while. And as you can see from right there, that is 595 Expressway. Beyond the trees, you can see 595 Expressway. So this actually has something interesting because I've never been, I've been to a butterfly garden because I've been to Butterfly World, and I believe we did an episode there, if I'm not mistaken. And I've also, but I've never been to a food forest. And that's kind of interesting. And here it is, food forest. Now, I want to know what this, and I guess they have information. Sidetracks. The Sidetracks Urban Project. The Sidetracks Urban Forest. Sidetracks Global Day of Impact. So, food forest, nature trails, bird and butterfly habitat, fruit orchids. So let's go through the food forest. Now, I'm guessing this is an area where a lot of fruits and stuff are grown. But there's not much here. I seen a raccoon. I don't have nothing for you. But there's not much here. I see picnic tables and things like that. There's a lot of areas here. So this is interesting. I see berries on the ground, so they must do have berries and stuff that are here. I'm guessing in these areas you're able to pick the berries and stuff. That's why they call it the food forest. And okay, we're back out into another part of the park. So I'm guessing that was the food forest. Hey. I was trying to get away from that raccoon. I've had a bad experience with raccoons. I don't know if I ever told you the story. I had a bad incident with a raccoon at Gwynol's Park. Because raccoons, especially at Gwynol's Park, a lot of them raccoons, a lot of people likes to feed the raccoons. And when you start feeding them, they start being not scared of adults. And they come to where they'll walk up on you and they'll expect you to feed them and stuff like that. And I had one raccoon came up to me and damn near attacked me because I was sitting there eating a bag of chips and it just got to it, and all this. And somebody's been here because somebody left their food. There you go, raccoon. There's some food for you. So I ended up back in the other side of the park from the food pavilion. I may walk back through because I want to check out that little section of the food pavilion. The food forest. I honestly think part of the reason of the food forest is a lot of berries and a lot of fruits are grown in this area. And as I can see, the raccoon looks like he's trying to find him some food. Because, berries and things like that. Because I did see a few berries on the ground. But I wonder, do they have people that actually come out here and plant seeds to grow vegetables and things like that? Since this is a food garden, a food forest, you often wonder do y'all come out here and plant things and stuff like that? So let's walk this way. This is a little area. They have seats over here. So I'm guessing this is the area where they probably do talk, and they probably, do plants and things like that, and they have these areas. They're like a garden area. I see they have these holes that are out and things like that. So, and they have these wheelbarrows. I'm guessing, there's a group that comes out here and probably plant seeds and stuff like that and grow things out here, and then they come out and check the progress of it. Maybe a little school like program where they have like a little school club or like a plant or a garden club in a school, and they come out here because there is a school that's on the other side of this park. There's a school called Wooden School. I don't know if it's a public or private school, and I've seen it several times because the bus that I take, goes by there, and there's like probably several surrounding schools in the area. So I'm quite sure that they have like a garden club where they come out here in the park and they plant, seeds and stuff, and plant vegetables and things like that, and probably grow them out here, which is not bad, I was never part of that club. I was part of the work experience program because in high school I was working, and I probably told you that my job, I was in work experience because I worked at Winn-Dixie at the time, and things like that. Okay, time for some more hydration. Trying to drink this up before it get even hotter. I'm trying to drink the water up. It's at room temperature now, and since I don't have a bag and nothing, because I got this out of a vending machine, eventually it might get hot to where the water's gonna get hot, but I'm gonna refill it with the water from the water fountain that I found that I told you was cold. So okay. Oh, there's another playground. Apparently there's another playground. There's a swing over here. You very rarely see a playground park that has two playgrounds, but some parks definitely need two playgrounds because of the fact of how they have these parks set up that they're big. I'm guessing those might be for the construction people, because I know they're building the construction here. Looks like there's either something they're building here in the park, maybe a water park, maybe something, and they do have these bathrooms here, excuse me, but I'm guessing they're building something here. So as you can see, the playground is not just for little kids. That's a grown person on the playground. Okay, let me walk around. That's a grown woman on the playground. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It smells like somebody's barbecuing. Could be, could not be. Go to one of these lake pavilions and check out the lake scenery. So we actually did find two of their amenities and what they offer. We actually found the butterfly garden and we found the food forest. Now, both of them didn't look intriguing because, of course, the butterfly garden, it looks like it hasn't been touched in a while, and it looks like basically, they don't do the upkeeps on the garden, and the butterflies, there's not many butterflies that are there. Maybe one or two I've seen. And the food forest, I'm guessing that's supposed to be a forest about, plant, not about, a lot of berries and stuff like that that's growing on the trees, and people can come by and they can, pick the berries and stuff like that. And it looks like it got an area where they have like a garden crew that comes and they do things, because you have what is called, you have those garden tools and stuff. So here we, back here, I'm gonna sit here for a second. Oof. So, yeah, this is Snyder Park. Now, this is actually, let me take my glasses off so I can wipe my face off. I always like to bring a sweat rag for sweating. I have two. I have a black one and a white one. I always bring two just in case one gets too damp. I have another one. Hold on, let me put this down for a second. Excuse me, y'all, if y'all looking at the table on this uprooted pavilion that's up from the ground. And this is one of the things that I like. They have these little pavilion stations that's uprooted. Now, these pavilions don't have barbecue grills. They do have barbecue grills within the area. Like this one has a barbecue grill right there, but a lot of the uprooted ones don't have barbecue grills. But that's fine. This is just for, you know, your if you want to bring snacks and stuff out here and things like that. But this is not bad. But let's get to walking now. I think we did most of the park. It's just the bike trail we didn't do, and I'm not really gonna go for the bike trail, but I do want that section that I did said I wasn't gonna do, but I'm just gonna do it, that leads out to Southwest 4th Avenue. But I'm gonna do that section because I was mainly trying to find the butterfly garden and the food forest. I kind of thought that the food forest would be like where they're growing vegetables like tomatoes and you know, stuff like that. But you see, and the food is the air is actually good out here. You actually get a nice little breeze out here, and with the air, so you're getting a nice little breeze. We're gonna try to go to the other side because I'm gonna see what they have on the other side, which is not bad. Now, walking this park, give or take, I would say maybe 30 minutes, depending on how you walk. Somebody's cooking something real good, like they're barbecuing or grilling some hot dogs or something. Somebody's grilling. And this is a weekday, so this is this is a weekday, so I'm not surprised, but Danger Cliff Edge. So, like I say, this will probably give you 30 minutes of walking. For me, I walk fast. I'm a fast walker, so for me, this will probably be 30 minutes for me. And this will be a good exercising part. As far as when I mean exercising, I mean like power walking and stuff like that, or jogging and things like that, because I don't see any exercising equipment. Like most parks I've been to, they have exercise equipment where, they have like exercising outside equipment. And there's a park in Miami that my mom goes to, and I did a video there one time. I didn't do a video of it, but a video there where they have an actual gym inside the park, which is probably free to residents. It's not too far from where I stay at. And so I'm going to go, because I remember going this way. Or was it this way? It was this way, and I think we came from that way, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm gonna find that little trail, if I can find it, that led over to Southwest 4th Avenue, that had a bench there, and we're probably gonna end our episode there, depending on the time frame of us getting there. Yeah, but this park, you can get lost in this park. I mean, I'm sure, as far as humans, if you walk around in this park, you can find the people you are with. But like I'm saying, in general, like trying to find yourself or trying to find, your way around the park. Because remember, I have to wait, the lizard is going by. Because remember, there was, we couldn't find, I was trying to find the butterfly garden and the food forest, and I eventually stumbled upon them in part 2, because I didn't stumble upon them in part 1. And I believe this is why one of the viewers actually recommended this, because I'm guessing because of the butterfly garden and also because of the food forest. But I wasn't intrigued. I was actually intrigued, but I wasn't intrigued, because I was actually intrigued by them, because you know, a lot of these parks, they don't have like, the most amenities you'll get is a basketball court, a playground, a recreational center, and stuff like that. You will find something that says, hey, come out to our food forest. Food forest? Like what? Oh, come out to our butterfly center. Even though Trade Winds Park does have Butterfly World, because they have Trade Winds Park North and Trade Winds Park South, and Trade Winds Park South is where Butterfly World sits at. But I was like, huh? I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like, and butterfly garden, and I was like, I gotta find out what this is. And kid you not, it's not bad. I expected a little bit more butterflies, and I guess because a lot of the plants and stuff that is there, it's supposed to attract butterflies. But I guess because from what I've seen, it don't look like that garden has been tended to in a while, and nature actually just nature is just running that garden, meaning that when it rains, it moistens the plants out there. Some of the plants look like they've been dead and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm like, like, okay, like, what is what? So these are one of the areas that led into the area of Southwest 4th Avenue. So I'm gonna take this trail here. Actually, no, this one looks kind of interesting, so I'll take this one. Because as I was walking up before I started the video, because it was like I said, it's about a 5-minute or so walk from the bus that I took. I was looking at it, I was like, this is the park, and they had like benches back in the back area and stuff like that. So these are little back nature trail areas that you can actually walk through. And I was like, okay, I'm cool with this. Like, see, this is Southwest 4th Avenue, and this is the street that I took. And this is one of the signs that I did see here. And I was trying to figure out what the sign is, and it says Habitat Restoration in Progress. Now, I did see I got caught in the spider web. I guess not too many people come back here. That's one of the things you gotta look out for when you come out here too. You gotta look out for these spider webs and stuff, because they will sneak up on you. Okay, let's walk this way. Oh no, that's a big old spider web right there. You probably can't see it, but oh yeah. Oh, there's one ahead of me. Ooh. Okay, now let me go back this way, and I'll probably find it towards the front, because it's too many spider webs back here, and I don't have nothing to fight off the spider webs. And there's a lot of trails that have spider webs, so, and I already ran into one, so I just rather be where I go on the end. I'm trying to find the trail where the bench was, but let's see if I can find that. If not, it is what it is, because we're near the ending of this episode. I'll probably find it before I leave, because, you know, a lot of these trails, they whew. Yeah, that spider web caught me by surprise, and I should have known better that when you go back into these trails, you have to be where there's about 3 to 5 things you have to be aware when you come out into these nature trails. Number one, you have to be aware of iguanas, which are constant iguanas, lizards. Iguanas and lizards, that's what you have to be aware of, because a lot of them, they do come out to these areas and they do, you see them frequently, and I've seen a bunch of them here today. Number two, flies and mosquitoes, and those are the ones that you have to be aware of, because they do come out, they are in natural wildlife and things like that, so you have to be aware of them as well, because they will sneak up on you and things like that. Number three, spider webs and spiders, because a lot of these spider webs, it's very hard to find them or see them in certain areas, and if you're not looking properly, you'll run into one like how I just did. So that's one thing that you have to look out for. Number four is, I just went into another one. Remember? See, I went into another one. So yeah. Number four, wildlife, meaning like raccoons, butterfly, raccoons, squirrels, anything of that nature. It's just like how we saw a raccoon in the food forest, and there was a squirrel when we first came in and we was walking up one of the trails, and things like that. And number five, birds. A lot of these birds, they'll sit out here in areas like, I don't know what bird that is. That look like an eagle, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what that is, but watch out for birds too, because you have a lot of birds that come out here as well too. So this is, I'm hot. This is it. Welcome. This is it. We are now coming towards the end of part 2 of Snyder Park. So I have to go use the restroom, and I have to go fill my bottle back up with cold water. I'm going to finish off the rest of this water, and I'm going to fill it back up with cold water at the little water fountain that I found earlier. So with that in mind, I thank y'all for watching this episode of the Roundtable Talk. Don't forget, if you're just tuning in, check out part 1 of this episode of Hotspots in South Florida at Snyder Park. And don't forget to check out our other episodes of Hotspots in South Florida. And check out our Food Review South Florida, our Traveling with the Roundtable Talk, and also History in South Florida. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to where you can get updates on when we do upload videos. We don't just do these type of videos, we also do regular everyday conversational videos, political videos, regular conversation videos. But I also do videos highlighting some interesting spots in South Florida to visit, whether it's a shopping mall, a family fun center, park, historical building, whether it's a historical park or historical shopping center or historical landmark, or places to go at in South Florida. And if you also have any type of place that you will recommend for me to visit here in South Florida, of course, because I'm from South Florida, comment at the bottom of this page. You can also email me roundtable00@yahoo.com. Remember, I stumbled upon this because somebody recommended this park as a nice little nature park, and it's on the nature side. I give it a 5. I don't give it much because it has nature, but it's not as naturey as I thought it would be. Like, there's nature areas, but upon walking, it's have more amenities than you would normally have. But this is nothing. This is fine. I give it to it. I give it a 5, maybe a 6. But comment at the bottom of this page. You can also email me roundtable00@yahoo.com. I thank you for watching This episode, we are at Snyder Park here in Fort Lauderdale, which is north of Interstate 595, north of the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, south of downtown Fort Lauderdale, and you're about maybe 5-10 minutes away from downtown Fort Lauderdale, and depending on the driving, maybe 5 minutes away from the airport, either or, give or take. But yeah, this is the Roundtable Talk. I thank y'all for watching. As always, stay blessed, stay safe, stay hydrated, and of course I will see you in the next episode. I gotta go take a tinkle and get some more water. So I'll see you in the next episode of the Roundtable Talk. Take care.